Bad Gaming here with another Mount and Blade Bannerlord guide. This is going to be over character creation and skill capacity, which is the point at which you are unable to level your skills anymore. And why is that a thing that I'm going to go over? Because at some point you'll have perks that you want to get, and you may or may not have enough skill cap to actually get that level of skill to get your perk. So this is calculated based on your learning limit and your learning rate. Your learning rate decreases as you level up, but your learning rate has no bearing base on the base rate of your learning rate has no bearing on the total skill cap for a skill. This is actually just a ratio of exceeding your learning limit, at which point you get a negative modifier, and that modifier is related to your base rate. And as you level up your skills, it over the learning limit, it will decrease your learning rate until your learning rate hits 0. This is actually capped out. As you can see, I have 112, but I crashed and it's not red anymore. So I don't know what's going on. That might be a bug, but that's basically the whole thing you need to be aware of. Is there is an actual cap that is not listed and said. Now, as far as attributes and focus points, which is what you are very limited on in your character creation process, how do these affect this? Well, there's a simple calculation you can see where your attribute points are adding to the skill. The attribute points actually add across the board to all the skills in that category. And then the focus points add up to 5 focus points per skill, and they add focus point value to your learning limit as well. These also increase your learning rate, but that doesn't really matter too much because it's all proportional. Anyway, as far as what are the actual values, because as you can see, you're getting 20 for 3 skills, or 3 attribute points, and you're getting 60 for 2 focus points to your learning limit, which is great, but that doesn't really tell you a lot. So, as you can see here, I have a little nifty Excel spreadsheet I made for myself. I'll share it for everyone else, and I have plugged in my attributes and focus points and figured out what my cap was. Now, that example was for writing. If I go up and do my bow skill, the cap is actually going to be 178, and I am approaching that pretty close. And as you can see, my learning limit is exceeded, and it's dropping rapidly towards that number. And what values are used to calculate this? Well, it's quite simple. You just have a little additive relationship here, and basically you get 14 attribute points and or skill levels per attribute point, and you get 40 skill levels per focus point, and you can have up to 5 focus points. And attribute points, I believe, cap out at 10, but I really haven't seen a need to do that, and I haven't tested it. So note that you get an extra 4 per attribute and an extra 10 per focus point. That being said, when you're in your character creation process, you'll have 6 attribute points to choose from and 12 focus points. You have a limited number, and you only gain 1 focus point per level. That means you're going whatever level your character is at, that's how many extra focus points you have. So there are limited numbers of those. Attribute points are even more rare. You get 1 per 3 levels. So be aware of that when you're choosing your character background and kind of what you want to choose to, like, how you want to play the game. As you can see, I'm a terrible leader, but I'm a good steward. And no, just kidding. So I'll go into what skills actually boost in another video. That'll just cover the percentage gains. And then as far as theory, crafting, building, and what's useful, I'll cover those separately as well. Anyway, be aware what your attributes are actually boosting and what your focus points are actually boosting. Note, again, 14 per extra attribute point over the base of 2, and 40 over, 10 extra focus point values, it's 40 skill point values over your entire, every focus point you add is actually adding 40 instead of 30. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have fun building your characters. I want to see some great Mount and Blade Bannerlord stories. Have a good one, guys.